Okay everybody, it's been a little over a week since the PlayStation Showcase, and obviously it's pretty safe to say that the showcase was tepid at best. Not nothing, not the worst thing in the world, but far from blowing our fucking minds. And with all the potential things that it felt like we could have seen but didn't, I think the PlayStation Showcase left a bit of a disappointing taste in a lot of our mouths. And so with all of that, now enter the Xbox Showcase. The Xbox Showcase is happening in just over a week on June 11th. And thanks to the lukewarm display that was the PlayStation Showcase, Xbox has a chance to generate some much needed positive buzz. So for this video, I want to try to cover how Xbox might go about doing that and some things that we could hopefully see at the showcase. But real quick before that, if you end up liking the video, then why not drop a like on the video? Or if you're extra pleased, then go that extra mile and subscribe. I'll absolutely love you for it. But alright, let's talk about this showcase. Now what we know about this Xbox Showcase is that it's going to feature brand new games that we've never seen, as well as updates on big games that were previously announced. So we're covering all of our bases here. But if we're looking for a guaranteed W, something that's gonna make everyone say this showcase blew Spider-Man and that PlayStation bullshit out of the water, then it will likely come from honing in on the big game updates part. Because Xbox has quite a few notable games that were announced and then we heard very little to nothing about them beyond the announcement. So coming back with substantial information and gameplay for 3 or 4 of them could be an automatic win. Let's go over what some of those games are. And let's start with Obsidian, because they have 2. Obsidian Entertainment is working on both The Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed, 2 games that were revealed years ago with CG trailers, and both games have had nothing else to show for it. Now, strangely enough, although The Outer Worlds 2 is a sequel, I still feel like Avowed will move the needle more, seeing as how it's supposed to be this Skyrim-esque game from the developers of Fallout New Vegas. And because we've never played Avowed like we have The Outer Worlds, it still has all the dreamt up potential of being some amazing thing, whereas with The Outer Worlds, we assume it will just be more of that, and that game was pretty middling in my opinion, and I think other people feel the same. Even if they won't say it out loud, it's kind of reflected in the fanfare or lack thereof. So yeah, I think The Outer Worlds 2 would be a nice addition to add into an already strong showcase, but I wouldn't try to use it as one of the pillars of the showcase. I think Avowed is the one from Obsidian we want to go with to really generate some positive hype. But now, moving away from Obsidian, there's also the Fable Reboot, another game that had a CG trailer reveal and then just disappeared. We could possibly see it at this showcase, and that could be one of those big pillars to hold up the showcase, because despite the fact that Fable did have its steady decline and eventually fell off the face of the earth, there have remained fans who have wanted nothing more than to see it come back. So actually giving us an in-engine look, maybe early gameplay and a release window, something like that, I think that could be helpful in the crusade to steal the hype from PlayStation, as well as just try to generate a solid fucking win for Xbox, you know? It's been a minute. I personally am not a huge Fable fan, and those games feel very of their time, so I'd be interested to see how they get modernized, and more specifically how the comedy of those games gets adapted. But regardless of that, I do recognize that seeing the actual existence of the game alone would be decently substantial, so here's hoping for that. Another game that could do something is Perfect Dark, or more specifically the Perfect Dark Reboot. I say it could do something because I don't think this is the mic drop banger to hang your hat on that Xbox might think it is. The title Perfect Dark does not hold anywhere near the weight that some people would have you believe, not in 2023. And so I think if Perfect Dark wants to truly be one of the games that we hold up from this showcase, and not just because it has the title of an old game that we remember remember, it has to look fucking sick. This game has to look awesome to play, or awesome graphically, or preferably both. It just has to look good, because I promise you, the people who automatically give a fuck about Perfect Dark simply because it's called Perfect Dark are a lot less than Xbox is banking on. But that doesn't have to be the case. Just present a good looking game. Just show us something that makes people go, wait, this existed before? Then those people will be more receptive to listening to their 30-year-old nerd friend's historical recap about the original. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said, regardless of everything, if Perfect Dark shows up, it'll do something. But if you want it to be one of those holy shit, look what Xbox showed games, you've got to give us a holy shit kind of trailer. So hopefully we do get that. But whatever, what else do we got? What else could we possibly see at this showcase? Well, of course, there is Hellblade 2. This has been a long time coming, and I'd actually be very surprised if this wasn't at the showcase. We've seen it like twice now and still don't have a date, so I'm expecting a new gameplay trailer and a release date. That's my official prediction, and Hellblade would certainly be another big game that Xbox can use to steal thunder. But with Hellblade specifically, I feel like it would be pretty disappointing if we didn't get a release date. Even if the showcase overall is not a disappointment, it would be a little disappointing of an aspect to not get a release date for the highly anticipated game that certainly should have a release date by now. But here's the thing though, in reality, this Xbox showcase is really just competing with the strength of Spider-Man 2 and the Metal Gear 3 remake. And we know that Starfield will not be in the showcase because it will have its own dedicated direct immediately after the showcase. So Starfield hype generation is a lock. And with that added in, I honestly think Xbox could just show Hellblade and a decent amount of good looking B-tier games or good looking games we haven't even heard of, and that might be enough to trump the PlayStation showcase. I honestly believe that, but we'll see, I suppose. Either way, this is a perfect opportunity for Xbox. This has the potential to be the much needed win that Xbox has been seeking, but they can also fall flat. Only time will tell. Whatever though, man, I just wanted to quickly get some thoughts off about this upcoming showcase, do a little video before I get back to playing Street Fighter and Diablo, so here's the video. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think we'll see? Do you think this is a good opportunity for Xbox like I do? All that kind of shit. Let me know. Also, remember to like the video if you enjoyed, and please, please, please subscribe. But until next time, I am Fable Reboot. I am just a normal guy. I like hentai, and I hope Wolfenstein 3 gets announced. Goodbye.